It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Tuesday mornings, we are live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios. Shout out to the team here at SRMC. We appreciate Southern Regional for taking great care of us. They'll take great care of you. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Shreveport. They got 3 phone numbers here on this pad right here, 225-337-318. They're in Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and the Port of Shreve. Well, they'll take great care of you. We appreciate them housing Tingle & Co. Brought to you by FANDUEL. FANDUEL brings you our show every single day. You see that FANDUEL logo spinning in the upper left-hand corner as it does every single time we're live. It's because of our friends over at FANDUEL. Make sure you go ahead and download the FANDUEL Sportsbook app. Head over to the FANDUEL website. You've got some World Cup soccer today. France versus Spain at 2 p.m. A big-time matchup. You've got Mbappe, anytime goal, plus 100. Lamine Yamal, anytime goal, plus 220.
Who was that?
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
There you go. But we appreciate FanDuel. Make sure you always gamble responsibly, but do it with our friends over at FanDuel. Lloyd, Wyatt, good morning, gentlemen. How are we?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, Wyatt.
Doing great also.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Tired of the fucking rain. People don't know how
Kind
to
of
drive.
out of nowhere.
It did come out of nowhere. Look at my shoes. I'm not well equipped.
Oh, he is Birkenstocked.
I have clogs on. Was not well equipped for the rain today.
Oh, look at him. Oh, look, he's like a kid in a high chair.
I stepped out of the car and I was like, oh, not good. Not good. Not happy about this, but that's okay. Stay dry.
I say stay wet.
There you go. But yeah, I know on your way over from New Orleans,
It adds 30 minutes to my
ruins
drive,
the drive
every time it rains. It's awful.
It's because people lose their mind.
Yes, no, every time it rains, the reason it adds 30 minutes is there's always a wreck.
Right.
Somewhere in the 60-mile span
Of straight
from New Orleans. Yeah, literally.
It's
Literally
just
a straight fucking line. It's not difficult.
No.
I'm on my phone the entire fucking time, and I never get in a wreck.
Yeah.
So these people are fucking idiots, right? Like, it's not difficult.
Right.
Tries
Just
too
don't
hard.
hit the other cars.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, guys.
It is.
It's not a hard fucking thing.
He's worked up.
Got it.
Aggravated.
This is like
man.
Lloyd talking about the airport yesterday.
Oh, fly a kite.
But you got to speak to Jay Johnson last night.
I did.
How was the head coach of LSU baseball?
Oh, excellent. We seem to have a running theme around here. You can tell when things have gone right for Jay Johnson.
Very
things
true.
have gone right for Jay Johnson. And we got 45 minutes of unadulterated Jay, which
Yeah.
was nice. Got to ask him about, first of all, the players he lost to the draft and unruly trades, things such as that, and then who he's added. So it was nice to get a little retrospective of the baseball season, what it was and what it will be, because he's forgot what did they go on the year? 2 games above 500.
Yeah,
30 and
30 and
28.
28.
That's what he said. He's like, "What were we 30 and 28?" Because I don't like saying it. He's like,
It's
that's
sickening.
that's my coach. That's my dad. And it's like I don't even like that. I know it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they are. That will not happen again.
Yeah, no, when I tuned in last night, he was, P-Dub says there, he was glowing. I mean,
Yeah.
he had an aura about him last night that was very positive.
He almost lost track of time. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go." Yeah, dude, go do your thing. Go do your deal.
keep working,
Yeah,
please.
sorry, my bad.
Don't let us interrupt.
Not me.
But it was cool. One of my favorite parts was it was a great question by Mikey. Had to say it. Had to get that first question out of. Let's talk about the guys that got drafted from LSU before we get it. Textbook. Great job, Michael. But I loved Jay's
Wonder
response.
who told him that.
The Masters.
Yes.
The response from Jay of being, when we pitch LSU, we pitch, you get to come here, win championships, and then go play professional baseball. And that will put you in the best position to do that. And then I kind of sat back and I was like, huh.
I'll go.
They keep doing that. They
Yeah.
keep, like, everybody that got, everybody that got drafted yesterday is a champion.
Yep.
Or
Some
over the
two-time.
weekend. Some of them 2-time champions. Like, it's beyond impressive that he's able to sit there and pitch that to recruits. Because a lot of people say it. Like, a lot of people say, hey, we want to graduate champions, right? But not everybody can do it. And then you see some top 6 picks in the last 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 5 are national champions.
We need a 4th overall pick to finish off the Infinity Stones.
We do.
We do.
William
Schmidt.
Probably. I was trying to think of who it might be. If he does the Kate Anderson.
Or Bino. They had both of those two and Case and Evans in the first round of the way too early mock draft for next year. So it could be any of those guys.
But it was just cool to hear that answer of we recruit kids here to win championships and they go play professional baseball, and LSU's done that better than anybody else.
You literally don't have to go right now out of high school. You can just come spend the 3 best years of your life in Baton Rouge and Omaha. And then you can go play professional baseball and probably get paid more to do it.
And that's the thing is, you look at that graphic you threw up there, and Curiel and Cruz are 2 guys that very easily could have went pro out of high school. Like, and not even like batted an eye. It had not been a big deal. But they decide not to, and they are both top 5 picks now. Like, they wouldn't have been that had they not went to LSU. They would have been first round, high. They'd have been drafted. They would have been drafted in the first 2 rounds. But not top 5 picks. That happened because they put on that purple and gold. And it's the respect that Jay Johnson, this LSU baseball program, has earned over the last 5 years.
It changes from what round you go into what pick you go to. Maybe you go in the first 4 rounds. Maybe you go in the first 4 picks. That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, and if your graphic says it all.
And if you're Skeens or Kate Anderson, if you don't go to LSU, I don't know what happens. I literally don't know. I don't think people were talking about Paul Skeens when he was at the Air Force of like he's going to be the first overall pick.
Yeah.
And then he goes to LSU, first overall pick, and then Kate Anderson makes this meteoric rise from pretty good, maybe throw him on the midweek, let's see if we can find a spot for him in the rotation, to he's the best pitcher in the country, and he should be playing Major League Baseball right now. And Paul was livid. I mean, not Paul. Jesus. Jay was livid. Paul would never have this problem about not being able to go to the Futures game while also having to negotiate with high schoolers about if they're coming to LSU. It's like Major League Baseball needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
So don't worry about him going to the major leagues because he doesn't like what's going on up there. I'm embarrassed right now for what I called him Paul. I'm fucking mad. Rewind that. But he was mad about what Major League Baseball is doing and not being able to go see his kids play and also get his new kids to play for him again. Right.
No, it's it was a huge weekend of it's just another notch in the cap of just the monster that Jay Johnson has.
Feather in the cap.
Feather in the cap.
Notch in the belt.
Notch in the belt.
Notch in the cap. Yeah, notch on your belt. Can't be beltless.
But is just the monster that LSU baseball's always been. It had faded, and Jay has it where it's supposed to be, where they just have professional baseball players, and then they dominated. It was good to hear from the head coach last night. I did see some reports throughout the day, about the roster. Of course, Jay talked about the roster last night as well. Lloyd, what was your takeaway on the state of the roster and what that looked like going into? Because obviously Jason Armstrong was very much of the mindset. We talked to him yesterday morning about not many changes happening. Then there were some reports throughout the day that there might be a handful of cuts to get the roster number down to 39, I believe is what was said. I didn't know if either of you guys had any specific take on that.
I asked Jay about this, and he said it's literally too complicated to explain, so I'll just leave y'all with this. We're in a good spot. Don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, that's gospel for me, because if it's too complicated, then it's too complicated. And I love that. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. Your little brain can't handle it. Like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Back to work. It is the perfect answer because, honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't really want you to explain it. Just tell me where we're at. If you say we're good, we're good. I don't need to hear the explanation. I'm not smart enough to handle any of that shit anyway. Just tell me if we're good. If we don't need to make cuts, that's all I need to know.
It's like when the 7-year-old's like, how are babies made? Like, don't even worry about it. We're good. You won't even
it's like
comprehend it.
When Will Wade was here and like we asked him the question about the roster that at that point only had one player, and he was like, he started getting into like the stats and the numbers of why they're not going in the portal. And obviously, he kept it at the 9% or whatever, but he could have gone into because they don't have this stat and that, like really broke it down. But instead he was like, we've got a plan. We'll be all right. Y'all trust. And it's like, okay, yes, sir. Yes, coach. So good to hear from Jay last night.
And Glimmer's right, because this was a subtle flex by Jay whenever he's like, I know what these agents are telling you and what they're telling you and what they mean. So it's like we've been very much working hand in hand with the players to be like, what they tell you, this is probably what they mean. And it's a nice to have that confidence of like, you can tell me what's going on because either way you're good.
Yeah.
But I can help you through this deal. And when you get to a number, and that seemed to be the biggest, I guess, point of emphasis for them throughout the negotiation period of like, you recruit these kids, you forget just because we find out about them their senior year of high school, Jay's done them since they were 12.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the running thing. Like, he saw Stephen Milam. That's how he saw Garcia. Like, they played together when it was USSSA or Champions Ball, whatever they play now. And he's like, I know who he is. I've been recruiting Stephen Milam since he was 12 years old. Like, and same thing with Curiel. He's like, I had him this close to going to Arizona. Then I got the LSU job. I was like, this is way easier. So, I'm going to LSU. But to have that confidence to even ask the question, like, how much are they like saying your number should be versus, okay, if you let me know the truth instead of trying to give me the runaround, then we can all work together to get you either A, your number, or B, you can come to school here.
Because he wants what's best for the player. And I think that has been obvious in his time that we've witnessed here at Baton Rouge. Jay Johnson, everything he does is for what's best for the player. And that's very apparent in these situations. And if the players trust Jay and they allow him to do what's best for them, some of them it might be taking that deal and going and playing minor league baseball. But for some of them it might be, no, they're underpaying you, they're underselling you, you're not getting what you're worth. Come to LSU and get that money and go be a top 10 pick in a couple of years.
Well, and I think a lot of the kids feel like telling Jay their number, you're losing like bargaining power.
Right.
But like Jason Armstrong said the other day, like I think Dominic Santorelli's number was around $2 million. There's no one who's been more open about it. If your number's $2 million, like Jay Johnson will tell you, LSU cannot compete with $2 million. So like you're really not losing much bargaining power. Let me know what your number is so we can all work together to figure out what the best solution for you and for our program is, and stick to your number. Don't go down on your number. Stay at what it is so we can all find the best solution.
Yeah, it was cool to hear from Jay last night. Lloyd, Mikey, Jay, Mitch, great work.
Thank you, sir.
Because it was cool to hear after what a successful weekend it was. It was nice to be able to sit down and listen to him. He also had to sit down with Jacques yesterday as well. That was very good. And so shout out to Coach Jay Johnson, all of his hard work. And everything he's got going on. But football is 53 days away. LSU football will kick off against Clemson in 53 days, September 5th in Death Valley.
Big old
LSU,
T-Bob away.
There you go. Shout out.
Yeah.
Legend. Thank you for snapping that football.
If those walls could talk.
I tell you what. But I last night joined a couple of Clemson guys to preview LSU versus Clemson, which is 53 days away. And I tell you what, look, they've got some confidence in their team and their defense and everything going on over there. I don't think they feel all that good about week number one. I think they are seeing, the remnants of last year, right, where LSU beat a very good, like what should have been a very good Clemson team going into the year, right? They were, number 3, number 4 overall. Start of the season, had first-round draft picks all over the place going into the year, and then just didn't perform and lost to a pretty bad LSU team. And obviously all the changes that LSU made, the offense they're going to run, the respect that Lane Kiffin and his offense garners around the country was something that I was interested to get hear their opinion on. Like, when y'all think of a Lane Kiffin offense, as Clemson fans, people that aren't watching it as closely as SEC guys, and like what do y'all think? And they're like, man, he's going to scheme people open, all these things. Like, there won't be a bigger jump in offense than LSU last year to this year. And so it was cool to hear, and I think they understand what they're walking into. One of the guys almost had a slip up and let us all know what the real Death Valley was. But I did want to talk a little bit as the AP poll will be released in a little bit over a month. And let's not forget, the AP poll is for fodder. Doesn't really mean all that much going into the season. LSU started the year, what were they, number 9?
Yeah.
Number 9 at the start of the season. They win that first game. They jump up to number 3. They were number 3 up until they lose to Ole Miss in Oxford. And so the AP poll, you can decide how much stock you want to put into it. It is a broken and flawed system, I think many people learned last year. But the top 25 AP poll will be released at noon Eastern time on August 17th, so a little bit over a month away. And I wanted to ask the room and the chat, where do y'all think LSU will be slated now? Like, looking at it a month ahead, where do you think nationally people are going to put this LSU team in the top 25? And so, chat, feel free to drop yours where you think LSU will be put in the top 25. Lloyd, White, I'll let y'all start it.
You know my stance on the AP poll, and as much as we want to pretend like it doesn't matter, it does bear a ton of weight, more than it ever should, because it bases the entire year, unless you're just dog water, off of where you will ultimately maybe make the playoff or not, because you started off as a top, 10 ranked team in the country, and if you lose early if you lose late, it's like, oh, well, they're a number one team in the country, or you beat a number one team in the country. You beat a number that's like Penn State. This has happened multiple years in a row where they're ranked in the top 5, and you can't get rid of them because their ranking's too high, and it's like they're not any good, but you have to put somebody there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for LSU's sake, what you have, I think it's first two are pretty obvious, Texas, Ohio State, and then what do you go from there? Georgia, Oregon, Indiana would be 3 or 1 or 2. Like we still don't know what to do with them. It's new food for everybody. It's like, is this real? And after 2 years, you would think so. Texas Tech, where do you put them after they lose a quarterback? I would say you could firmly put LSU inside the top 10. Yeah. 8.
Yeah, that's what P-Dub says. P-Dub says 8. Sabrion says 10 or 11. Charlie Oliver 9. Wyatt, do you have? I know you've gone through the entirety of college football. You know your top 25. Where do you have LSU sliding in? I see the Raging Poon 12 to 15. Brandon Reese says at least top 15. Wyatt, where do you have LSU?
So I think the top 7, I think you can really put in any order. That would be Texas, Notre Dame, Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State, Miami, Georgia. I think those have to be your top 7. After that, there's a big contingent of teams that I would say from 8 to 13, maybe 12, that I think are all SEC teams, and it's LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Alabama. And I anywhere from 8 to 12, I see LSU fitting into that group, that category. I don't mind if you're going to say LSU is the worst team out of all those teams in that category. Like Lloyd said, the AP poll does hold more weight than it should, especially the preseason AP poll before you've seen anyone play any games. Because like Lloyd said, like Texas last year was ranked highly in the AP poll the entire season, simply based off the fact they started the season at number 1. Yeah. So you do want to be higher. That will help your ranking throughout the season. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and win ball games. But yeah, I think 8 through 12, I think, is the sweet spot for where LSU will land. I would have them a little bit higher up in that, maybe 9 or 8. But, I'm a little biased. So,
yeah, I would have them probably right at 10. I think they have a top 10 roster in the sport. I think really it could be even higher than that roster-wise. Like they could be that talented in what they've put together. So I think that's where it's kind of like you can play yourself up. And I think they will view it because the Clemson guys last night, they said, they were of the minds, they're like, we anticipate to learn a lot about our team week number 1. And I was kind of like, I don't know if LSU really feels like that. Like I don't think like LSU feels like game number 1 might not be an accurate representation of exactly who that team is because Leavitt is just getting started getting into the offense in fall camp. The offensive line is a whole new group. All of these things, you anticipate some growing pains in week number 1. But I would have them as a top 10 team. I think they're a top 10 roster, and I think that they will get that respect because of everything that they've done. And I think having them up there, and if they don't, look, I would completely understand with them between 10 to 15, right? Like if they are number 14, because I think they will all go into the season. The national perspective of LSU will be that of they've got to earn it. They've got to prove it. Mm-hmm. They did the roster building, and Lane said it himself, right? Lane has said it in the press conferences during spring of, look, we crushed the roster. We've put together a really good roster. But that doesn't end there. They've got to become a team. You've still got to go prove it when you get on the field, when you put the pad and the helmets on. You've got to make that thing happen. And that's where I think LSU will be, where they might be a little bit lower than they should be because they're just going to be kind of in a prove-it situation. But it will be interesting because I still don't think and this goes for most teams, the best version of your team should never be the team that plays week number 1. Right, you should grow and develop. I think it's definitely the case for LSU because I think you have a quarterback that's going to be just learning this system and getting used to it. that missed the entirety of spring will have just started in fall camp getting ready for that game. You have an entirely new offense just in totality, right? You have new guys everywhere. You have 5 offensive linemen that's never played a live snap with one another besides your center and your right tackle. You have a defense that's new as well. Like, look, as much as they kept a lot of continuity on that side of the ball, you still have a whole lot of new faces over there. I mean, both of your edge rushers are new guys. You're betting on a brand new defensive tackle room, essentially, and 2 transfers, a handful of freshmen, and a returner in Dominic McKinley. Linebacking core, you have a new face there. Your corners are the same, and then one of your best players on defense, Ty Benefield's a new guy as well. So you would anticipate this team growing and building into getting better, and I think that's why they might start a little bit lower. But you do want to, like Wyatt and Lloyd said, you want to get ranked as high as possible at first because it allows you to stay up there.
This is last year's preseason rankings. Before a ball was snapped or kicked or thrown or stitched together, this is where they had everybody. Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami round out the top 10. And it's hard to poo-poo this because this was to LSU's benefit until they absolutely did not belong in the top 10, much less the top 25, much less the top 10.
Yeah.
And then this is what the rankings ended up being. Indiana, Miami, Mississippi, Ole Miss, Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Alabama, Notre Dame.
Yeah. And
Not
so, I mean,
even
look,
they
they went
got-
7 for 10
Yeah.
from the first poll. The 3 that dropped out would have been Penn State, Clemson, LSU. All fell out of the top 10, but the other 7 were playoff teams, top 10 teams. And so, I said besides Texas slid down as well. But, yeah, I mean, it plays a major factor, and you can always play yourself up, but it helps. Like, Texas is still sitting there at 12, because they started the year at 1, right? They could have and maybe should have dropped much lower. LSU, after losing that game to Ole Miss, did they stay a top 10 team? Were they number 10 going into Vandy?
Yeah, they did go. Yeah, they were 10 at Vandy.
Yeah, and so, going into Vandy, there was no momentum for LSU at all. Like, LSU was still not viewed as that good of a team. They had just beat South Carolina, who was no good, and they turned the ball over twice. It was not, or 3 times. It was not a good game whatsoever. But they stayed up there. Like, they stayed high because they started the season at 9. They were able to work their way up to 3. And when you looked at the record, it was like, oh, they only have 1 loss. That's a top 10 team, but they weren't, right? And so it's crazy just how much this does factor in to what the end of the year will look like. And that's why you would like for LSU to get as much acknowledgement as possible early on, because it helps you stick around. It helps you get a chance to stay in that top 10, to stay in the playoff, because you're really fighting for, one of 5 spots? 6, 7 spots?
7 spots.
Nice. And so it'll be interesting to see. About a month away, the AP poll will come out. I'm very intrigued to see the public's perspective on LSU, Lane Kiffin, because when I talked to those 2 guys last night that cover Clemson, they have the utmost respect for Lane Kiffin and who he is when it comes to coaching football, right? They might have their feelings about the whole situation and everything played out, but from the football field, they're like, I understand why it's an 11.5 point spread. Because that's what I was like, are y'all surprised that it's 11.5? And then one of the guys was like, no, I think LSU covers. I was like,
no. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
But it's like, I think Lane's going to scheme guys open, even with our defense being really good. Mm-hmm. He was like, I think that's how good of a coach Lane Kiffin is, and the roster that's obviously been put together.
Well, my thing is, I would like to, and obviously I'll go and watch the interview, because I think it's always interesting to get another team's perspective that isn't in the SEC.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of throw barbs at each other around the Southeastern Conference. Like, there's teams that are over here, there's teams that are over there, but at the end of the day, you have a feeling about so-and-so. Clemson, I feel like that, whatever it was at any point, was never really a thing. Like, you matched up with Clemson a couple of times, you've beaten them, you've lost games to them that didn't matter. I think last year kind of set the tone probably for where Clemson was and where LSU was. LSU made a change, Clemson didn't. And I think if you're Clemson, like, that LSU team beat us.
Yeah.
and now they got better because they
Right.
weren't good. And when you look at it after week 1, you're like, oh, that was a great game. It was, but it was a pillow fight. Like, it was 2 bad football teams.
Yeah.
Now, and if you're Clemson, you go, God, we're not very good, and we didn't do anything to get better, and we lost our quarterback. And then so they get to look over at LSU. I don't think there's any malice or hate in their heart for LSU. It's not a real rivalry game. So what was their kind of perspective on, like, they don't care about the situation at all in terms of how Lane Kiffin got to LSU?
No, they hate Ole Miss now. Like, they literally asked me because of the Pete Golding, Dabo, Luke Ferrer. Is that his name?
Oh, yeah, that would make more
They
sense.
hate
So they
Ole
do
Miss
have an
now.
axe to grind, too.
And so, like, they even asked me, they're like, how should we, how do we insult Ole Miss fans? Like, they asked the question. Like, so it's funny because now,
The Land Sharks?
yeah, they don't have a feeling that's just because they hate Ole Miss. Because they hate Pete Golding. They hate that whole situation.
Legit
So-
tampering?
Yeah, right. They have an axe to grind on that end now.
They could take a page out of Ole Miss's book and
Sue.
sue.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, the situation doesn't loom that large. I think they look at it, and I think similar to how we feel about the game, because that's what I told them. They asked me to be straight up about it. I was like, look, the excitement for game number 1, I was like, I can tell your Clemson, all the Clemson fans right now, it's going to be an atmosphere to remember on September 5th. I was like, it's going to be packed. It's going to be sold out. Tailgates are going to be popping. The city's going to be buzzing. Like, it's going to be great. I was like, and no offense, it's not because of y'all. Like, it's not because of the matchup. Like, LSU versus Texas is going to buzz because of the matchup, right? LSU versus Texas A&M week 4 will buzz because of the matchup. I was like, this game's going to be buzzing, and it's not a respect thing for Clemson. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was like, but it's because of it's LSU's end. Like, game day's not there because this is a big-time matchup. Game day's there because of Lane Kiffin and LSU. And I think us from an LSU standpoint, and it does bring a little bit of concern to me and hesitance to me because I hate feeling so confident. But everything Lloyd laid out, I think they agree with. Of last year's team, they had first-round picks everywhere. Like, I remember talking about it before the season. They had their wide receiver, that was Antonio Williams was his name, who was supposed to be one of the best in the country. Cade Klubnik was supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks. They had T.J. Parker and Peter Woods on that defensive line who were supposed to be up there. They had Avion Terrell on the outside playing corner. Like, they had Sammy Brown at linebacker. They had top guys everywhere. That was the roster they felt the most confident in, and LSU had a team that wasn't that, right? And LSU got better. LSU made a change. Like, Clemson talks about the struggle of their offense. They're extremely confident in their defense, which I understand because their defensive coordinator is very good, and they made the changes to get better on the defensive backfield versus what they were last year. But they're missing, they had 2 first-round picks on the defensive line, right? And so they look at their offense. They're like, we think it'll be better. And I was like, see, that's the difference between where LSU is and where Clemson is. Y'all think y'all's offense will be better than a bad offense last year. I 1,000% know the offense will be better than it was last year. Because and look, Clemson changed OCs. They fired, Garrett Riley, hired their new offensive coordinator. Right now, from what those 2 guys told me last night, their quarterback situation is very interesting. They've got Chris Vizina, who's the guy that's been there. He's been there for 3 years or something. Like, he'll be a third-year guy. He's only got like 100 throws in his career. Hadn't played all that much because he's been behind Cade Klubnik. And then they have a true freshman that's pretty highly touted that a lot of the fan base kind of has that LSU syndrome we talked about yesterday, where it's like, oh, well, who's the guy behind the quarterback? Like, what's the backup situation looking like? They have a lot of people kind of feeling that way, which doesn't bode well for confidence going into the season. And so that was where my confidence lied. Was like, y'all, Clemson feels confident in their, they think their offense will be better. I'm like, no, LSU's offense will be better. And they acknowledged it before I did. Because what LSU did was completely wipe the slate. They asked me the question yesterday. They were like, LSU lost a whole lot of guys at the portal. He was like, were you surprised or upset by any of the guys that hit the portal? And I hate that question because I don't ever want to disrespect one of the guys that's been at LSU. But I was like, ultimately, there was only one that I was really like, dang, I hate that he's leaving. It was Kyle Parker because he just played so well, and I thought he would fit well in this system. And he was a guy that I wanted to keep around. I was a big Kyle Parker fan. That was the only one that I was like, dang, wish they would have held on to him. The next one that popped in my head was Tyree Adams, but at the same time, Lane Kiffin came in, and if he said he wanted a clean slate, he wanted a clean slate, give it to him. And he's rebuilt that offensive line room into a much better place than it was. And so it's very, very intriguing to see these two teams who both had such high expectations and underperformed last year. They went about the offseason in completely different ways. Clemson is doing what Clemson does. They didn't really go get transfer guys. They didn't really make many changes. They fired the OC. And then you have LSU, who completely wiped the slate clean, replaced that entire offense. The defense got better. They had a question that reminded me of you, White, because he legit asked me about the star position. He was like, look, Perk caused problems for us last year, but he wasn't a star. And I was like, no. I was like, it's going to be more intriguing to watch that this year because they have a DB. It's a true 4-2-5 now on defense for LSU. And they weren't happy about that. Mm-hmm. And so there's just a different level of confidence. So it was cool to see their perspective on the changes LSU's made from last year to this year and the respect they have for Lane Kiffin in that offense.
Well, and I would think from Clemson's point of view, I'm sure they wouldn't admit this, but there's got to be almost a sense of jealousy because the trains have kind of been running along the same tracks for the last couple of years. You know, you talk about the Brian Kelly era and Dabo in that same time span. Kind of some underwhelming, seasons, not great, you know, and then it all kind of came to a head last year where you kind of went all in on these teams where you're like, this has got to be a playoff team. We have got to be good. We've got to go out and beat LSU. From Clemson's point of view, you lose, that game ends up meaning nothing. You go 7-6 in the ACC, just like LSU went 7-6 in the SEC, and LSU goes out, you go and you poach one of the best coaches in college football. You have a massive facelift from a roster standpoint. You improve all the positions of need that you were bad at last season. And what did Clemson do? They're kind of running it back with worse players. I'm glad that they replaced their offensive coordinator. That's great. Garrett Riley wasn't a good fit there. But I think you got worse at quarterback.
Yeah.
I think you got worse at wide receiver. You lost a first-round pick at left tackle. I think you got worse on the offensive line. I think you can make the argument they got worse defensively overall. I know they did a good job at defensive back, but you lost 2 first-round picks on the defensive line. Right. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that defensive line is going to be as good as it was last year. So if I'm a Clemson fan, I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, what are we really pushing for here? We haven't really done anything. What is the direction of the program that we're going in? Because we weren't good last year, and this team is, from a talent standpoint, worse.
Right.
Way worse. So from a Clemson standpoint, I'd be a little jealous of LSU.
Well, and it's a weird worse because it's from a standpoint of you didn't even try. It's the meme where they have the stick and they're like, come on, man, do something. You didn't really try to get better. I think the 2 wide receivers they had was TJ Moore and Bryant Wesco. I think both of those guys extremely talented. Mm-hmm. But they don't use the portal. They don't go and get guys to make their team better. They finally dipped their toe into it of trying to go. I think they got a portal defensive end from Colorado. They went and got a cornerback out of the portal. They dipped their toe in, but after you're that bad of a team, you have to kind of reset and figure out where you're going to go next. And it doesn't feel like they did that. And so it'll be interesting to see. It was just cool to get the perspective about LSU because, we obviously look at it so closely. We are so close to it. They look at, they were asking me the questions about the cornerback room and the defensive line and all these things. You see the names and the thing. They're like, do y'all have any question marks on defense? And I was like, look, you have a young corner room, right? You have guys that have to take the jump. The interior of that defensive line, they know one of the guys is Stafili and Green because he was at Clemson last year. But they were like, look, that line seems stacked. And I was like, but there still are some question marks around you playing young guys. But they went and got Deuce Gerald and Richard Anderson and Lamar Brown because they think they're going to play early. And so it was cool to see the respect that LSU does get from those guys going into week number 1. And it's just going to be intriguing to see what the rest of the country thinks. Because obviously LSU is already being respected as one of the centerpieces of the sport. They're going to have game day 2 of the first 3 weeks at their games in Baton Rouge and in Oxford. So they get that respect, but are they going to be respected as the program that is expected to win, or do people expect them to underperform?
Because you could very easily find yourself, and this is if LSU didn't make a change, you could find yourself being a Clemson, where you're just kind of in football purgatory of people know your brand, people know your name, but at the end of the day, nobody necessarily respects you or necessarily fears you.
Yeah.
And that's where LSU was trending. It's you see the logo, you know what it is, and then you look back at the history of it, you go, they haven't been very good.
Yeah.
And that's where LSU was finally just put the kibosh on it and said, that's not what we're trying to do for LSU football, or LSU in general, and certainly not LSU football.
Yeah.
Like what you were doing under the end of the Les era, the Ed Orgeron just shoot it into the sun because it was literally a comet across the sky of like, whoa, that's what it can be, where'd it go? Gone.
Yeah.
And it's like back to earth, and then it's, let's go do it the right way and get the winningest active head coach and call like this. Surely this is how you do it, right? Complete and utter failure. Now you actually do feel like, and this is probably the most mercurial hire you could make.
Right.
When you look at Lane Kiffin's track record, everything he's done, everywhere he's been, and how he leaves situations where it becomes, how is this safer than what you just had? And it is.
Yeah.
At least I feel more confident in Lane Kiffin because at least for everything that surrounds him, and there has already been drama around him, and there always will be. We accept that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But what you do get with him, that the most consistent thing with Lane Kiffin is football.
Yeah.
And when you have Lane Kiffin on your side of it, you know what you're going to get on the football field. Like the offense, everything he does from running a program, it seems like he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
When you have Billy Glasscock and all these people in charge and in place, it's easy to go that Lane Kiffin will fuck it up at somewhere along the way, or you start looking at it and go, that man knows how to run a fucking machine.
Right.
And now he's at a place that has a machine that needs to be operated and run correctly,
Yeah.
and that's where, if you want to be optimistic about this entire thing, that's where you're like, oh, finally somebody that gets it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be the 65-year-old head coach that wants just his stuff and his wins and is a kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And it's, like, I'm not going to listen to, I don't have any real interest in recruiting. Y'all go figure that part out. I'll be there on Saturday. I've done this a million times over. I know what I'm doing. And that's kind of all you got from him. And he didn't know how to do it. Now with the way that college football has changed, Lane Kiffin being on the forefront and almost inspiring change in some regards, he's at the one place that you will give you the keys because, fuck it, we've given them to everybody else. Maybe you can drive. And that's what you're about to find out. And I think it's probably the best driver you've ever had, or at least the driver with the most potential behind the wheel. And he's proven he can drive before.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's that aspect of it that I think a lot of people are now realizing about Lane Kiffin is the actual program aspect of things. Because one thing that I saw last night and I've heard is the respect he has as a play caller and from a football standpoint is second to none. Like those two guys last night, I mean, they were calling him the best offensive mind in the sport. And that part is what brings confidence in, like, the Sam Leavitt situation. Like you have a quarterback that missed spring, will just be getting started in fall, will have to learn a system, adjust to the SC, all those things. But I was like, look, I just don't really feel like the pressure's on Leavitt. Like, it is. Like, the quarterback has to perform. But I've seen them do it with less talented quarterbacks. I've seen Lane Kiffin's system work against SEC talent with quarterbacks less talented than Leavitt. I was like, his health is going to be extremely important, and being bought into that system and being able to pull that off is extremely important. But the pressure's on Lane and the actual system itself more so than it is the quarterback. Like he's put into a spot to be successful by Kiffin, by Weiss, and that offense.
Yeah, I think the Lane Kiffin offense, if the pressure is on the quarterback to make all these unbelievable plays and carry your offense, the system has failed. Because Lane Kiffin's system, in essence, is designed to make everything super, super easy on the quarterback. The quarterback in a Lane Kiffin offense is meant to be a facilitator, a middleman. Get the ball out quick, be decisive, get it to your playmakers, hand the ball off, make the right reads on RPOs. If the pressure is on Sam Leavitt to carry this offense, to me, that means the offensive line is not as good as we thought it was. You're not able to run the ball for the 8-umpteenth year in a row. And at that point, it's not Sam Leavitt's fault. that's the biggest thing going into this season for me is what are you asking Sam Leavitt to do?
Right.
If you're asking Sam Leavitt to be Cam Newton from 2010, you're not going to be super successful because that's not who he is.
Yeah.
But if you're asking him to do simple things like get the ball out on time, make the right reads, right? That stuff is simple to him, and he has all the talent in the world, and I think he's got the wherewithal in his mind to also be able to pick up the scheme and do that. If that's all you're asking him to do, then this can be a very good national championship contending team.
Yeah, and I think it was nice to kind of sit and realize, like Lloyd said, the position that LSU could be in could be so similar to Clemson. We could be in that same spot where it's like, man, we've got nothing going for us right now. We feel good about the defense, but it's like there's still so many question marks. How confident are we? But LSU hasn't allowed that, and it's a credit to Verge Alsbury, that athletic department, the university as a whole, maybe the state of Louisiana as a whole, of making sure that you didn't fall into that. And one thing we hadn't talked about, and I just wanted to get, Lloyd, you and Wyatt's reaction as well as the chat, is that LSU's top 40 donors have been invited to the governor's mansion to hear a presentation on athletic department's financial future August 3rd or August 5th. LSU President Dr. Wade Roos will lead the presentation regarding an alternative revenue-generating opportunity, which the letter says it's first of its kind nationally. Roos, of course, comes from a finance background before working in academics. I felt like this goes right along with kind of the aspect of where LSU is versus where they could be. We looked at Clemson and that thought process of that's where LSU could be. Now, where is LSU? LSU's in a completely different place because there's a commitment to the standard of excellence at LSU. There's a commitment to winning more than anything. Like, they've made that very apparent. They want to win. The conversations we had about Jay Johnson yesterday, last night, today, are because of the commitment to winning. Give him the money so that he can win. Going and getting Will Wade from NC State, bringing him back and giving him the ability to go get these professional players from overseas is a commitment to winning. And then everything we've seen play out with LSU football is a commitment to winning, that they are not settling for anything else. And this feels the same way. This conversation around a new revenue-generating opportunity, an alternative one, is because they're committed to winning. What was y'all's reaction to that announcement when it came out last week?
I believe there's two schools of thought for this, right? One is the one that I believe the narrative that could be, whether it be SEC driven or nationally driven, or like just the overall and outward kind of how is LSU doing this, and now LSU's broke, and it's like this is a cry to go get your 40 wealthiest donors all in the same room to do what? Like, what do donors do? They give money. And so let's figure out a way to raise more money. Now, they made in this plea, or I guess not even a plea, it was more of just a, hey, you can come to this if you want, an educational seminar of where LSU is going. And if I don't think they're putting these people in that room because at some point it won't require money.
Right.
Like, that's why they're not asking me. I was at the top 40 biggest fans of LSU. It's who's got the checkbook. Y'all do, and y'all do it a lot. So let's look. This is the direction we're trying to go. At some point, we're going to need a little bit of let's pass the hat around here, and y'all will be fine. But from how LSU is pitching it, this is why you brought in, like, this is what Wade Roos does. And I do think there's a lot of consternation around, at least from my perspective, of, like, don't let private equity into this thing, because that's not what my only, I guess, basis off of my observation on this is what happened to the Boston Red Sox. They let private equity run their entire organization, and they have been irrelevant ever since. And the fan base is absolutely livid. Like, they aren't heard, and they're going to everybody to complain about it, and like, who to fire. It's like, y'all aren't in charge. They don't give a fuck what you think. And that's what can happen with your beloved sport. It's like, yeah, but we're making money hand over fist from the ownership perspective. I don't think that's the direction LSU wants to go, because and that's what scares me, because you don't think that the Red Sox fan base feels like that they're the reason that the Red Sox exist. Like, that's it's as passionate of a fan base as you can have in baseball, and it doesn't matter. LSU would be like, well, you would never let that happen here. I hope that is the case, but if it becomes like it's like when I deleted the YouTube channel eons ago, it's like, who do you call? You can't just call big YouTube. Like, it's gone. Your voice isn't heard. You just start over. And with private equity, it's the same thing. Like, who do I yell at? It's like, you don't even know who owns the team.
Yeah.
Like there's an owner, sure, he's not in charge, and so that's the thing that scares me. I don't think that's the direction LSU is going. I think, and the only basis I have for that is Wade Roos has done this before in terms of raising money at McNeese, but also they said this is a uncharted plan, which means private equity's been done before. You see it with the Monster, you see Texas Tech. That's essentially private equity, just one man. But I would prefer LSU not to go that direction of like, let's whore ourselves out even more and have other people answer questions that may not have answers.
Yeah.
I'd prefer it to keep it to LSU being LSU.
Agreed.
But we'll see what they do with the 40 most powerful people that have ever touched the program.
Yeah, and that's what I'll say. Like the one part, like there are many ways it could go. I appreciate getting the rich people in the same room to all come up with ideas of, hey, how do we make this happen? Nice. Why? What was your reaction?
Well, my first thought.
How do we get in there?
Well, yeah, that too.
Parking cars?
Yeah. I'll serve hors d'oeuvres. Is that what they're called?
Well, yeah.
Amuse-bouche. I'll serve them. I'll be there.
Oh, one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna need a new plate, guys. We're out. They got.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, y'all got sausage over there?
Yeah. Y'all made tiny hot dogs?
Fucking hell yeah.
Rich people like their food small.
Not me. My first thought when I saw this, what was like a week ago or a couple days ago, was the private equity aspect of things. I don't think that's what this specific meeting is. Whether we head there at a certain point, we'll see. I did see someone say that this is not LSU asking for more money. My kind of pushback on that would be maybe it's not asking for money right now, but I think it's kind of them coming up with a plan for like, hey, this is how you guys can give us more money in the future. I don't think you would have the 40 richest LSU donors in the same room if there wasn't some sort of plan for them to eventually donate money to LSU. But at the end of the day, like, I just think I think back to a couple years ago when LSU was so unorganized on the NIL front and had no idea what they were doing. And I do think it's another opportunity to just show everybody how much they've come, like how far they've come in that arena, to be more organized and have the alignment that we talked about for so long. Everybody on the same page, pushing for the same direction, the same goal, and to be able to come together and hopefully build a champion.
Yeah, get those guys in the same room. Come up with a plan, and that's I like that you bring the word alignment back.
20-day plan.
20-day plan.
20 steps in 20 days.
Let's start from day 20. Company saved. Let's work back from there. So fucking Michael Scott, man.
Yeah, but it really does feel like why are you bringing these people in if it's not for that?
Of course. No, because I think Wyatt's right. It's maybe this meeting, the question will not be asked, hey, put money in put some cash in the cap. Like, I don't think that'll happen at this meeting.
No.
But they will be asked for money again. That's never going to stop. I think this meeting is to plan, instead of you giving $12 million, like, by yourself, and you two only giving $500,000, why don't y'all both, like, just y'all give $3 million or $4 million, and then it makes it a little bit different. It's like, so I think it's this plan of figuring out how do we make this realistic long term, because that was our biggest takeaway when they started spending this offseason, was you got to capitalize off of it, because can you do this again?
No, clearly not. There's clearly something that needs to be addressed.
And so that's where I'm at least glad that it's being addressed, and they're trying to figure out a way to make it possible. Because it was $40 million this offseason. And you don't have to bring in as many players off season, but we've seen it do this. It was $15 million roster then it was, oh my gosh, $25 million roster, and now it's 40, right? And so which means next year
it's
the most
60.
expensive roster will be 60, right? Like that's how these things work. So you got to come up with a plan to how still to be effective outside of just this season, because they have gone all in on this calendar year. LSU football, basketball, baseball, women's basketball, softball, gymnastics, track, all of it will still be there in 2027. And so you've got to find a way to spend the money wisely and have the money to spend. And it just feels in a similar realms like we talked about when we looked at LSU and Clemson next to each other. I mean, this is LSU once again doing what's necessary to make sure you can keep winning. And it'll be very, very interesting to hear the results of this meeting, what's said, and what's the attempt of what LSU's trying to do with this meeting. What comes out of it. I think that's the part where I think everyone, when they saw this, had similar reactions to all of us, but then it's just kind of like, yeah, but we'll see. Because there's been negative thoughts about other things LSU's done. It's been like, actually, they do have it kind of figured out and a good plan.
Well, and they've recently come out as a university against the Protect College Sports Act, which obviously LSU would be against because then you really wouldn't have a basketball team if that were to go into effect. I think it would be too late for this year, but
you mean they're against the Lane Kiffin Act and the Will Wade Act?
It would be the Will Wade Act, and I do think that, look, if we're all going to look at this thing holistically as opposed to having some sort of like, I'm a little jaded in my opinion.
Biased?
Yes, I do believe that if you just read this in a vacuum where it says the Protect College Sports Act impacts to eligibility rules won't be as sweeping if the PCSA passes thanks to the NCAA's recent adoption of the 5-for-5 rule, but the bill would ban any athlete from participating in college sports if they play professionally anywhere in the world. I do believe if you read that in a vacuum, you would go, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
This is college, not professional. But now you look at LSU's roster for basketball, and you go, bad idea. Can't have that.
No, look, we've all been of the standpoint of there should not be professional players playing college sports. But as of right now, it is allowed. It's what puts you in the best position to win. And if this was to pass, it would put LSU in a bad spot. It would also put every other major basketball team in the country in a bad spot. Like every team that's looking to win in college basketball would also lose starting caliber players from that ruling because everyone has done what Will Wade's done. The difference is Will Wade's built the entire roster around that.
And I do believe that will be probably in effect next year. Like,
of course.
It does seem like
I think that's been Will Wade's mindset the whole time.
Right. Like, I'll do
you
it
can
this
do
year,
it this year.
And then if it's 0 or 1, or then if it's going to be 1, it'll be 5 again. You can't say I can only have this amount. So, you're fine on that regard. The other part of this PCSA is like the transfer rule. It's limited to players to a single penalty-free transfer between colleges. Would you be opposed or for that?
For.
And LSU's against.
Right.
Because the power players at B are like, no, I would like to be able to woo or procure talent at any point from any program to my program.
Right.
Because these are the teams that are not worried about losing talent. These are the teams that are going to go get talent.
Yes.
That are all opposed to this because this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like if you're high on the mountaintop,
right.
I don't want anything to change. Like we can do this. Every other school is like, this sucks.
Yeah,
I'm losing my best player.
Houston's sitting there going, or Boise State's like, well,
I'd love to have Ty
we had
Benfield.
a really good safety, and he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like Arizona State's sitting there quarterbackless because
twice
Sam Leavitt left. Twice. Like these.
Ashton Genty doesn't graduate from Boise State in 2027.
And that's the interesting part is just the way this will all play out. And like, because that's my thing is like, okay, they'll pass the act, they'll make the rules. Somebody's going to find a way around it. Like,
always.
What does this really do?
We'll go cheat again.
Yeah, like when it was illegal to pay players,
you paid them.
You paid them, right? Like when they find ways, there are rules about when to transfer. Ole Miss is suing LSU now. The whole thing, like these things are still going to happen. So,
very interesting move by everything that's happening.
What was your reaction to the Ole Miss, the litigation?
I figured we would get into this after the break.
We can.
Because we probably should.
Well, let's take a break and come right back and talk about Ole Miss potentially taking 2 LSU football transfers to court over unpaid buyouts, says the Ole Miss athletic director.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Branning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Branding at GOMART on the Go Deli.
GOMART has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we open up hour number 2 this morning. We've got the fourth member of our team who's out this week. Will be with us in Tampa next week, but is currently in the airport. We've got Christian on the phone. Christian, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Just about to go through the TSA line here. My grandparents are freaking out because the little sticker you get whenever you check on a luggage they lost. And I'm like, look, you really don't need that. But
You don't need a lot of things at the airport.
Yeah, old people, huh?
Yep, old people.
Yep. So are you looking forward to this trip?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a lot of cool things with special access. So.
Oh, some special access.
Yes. That's why it's fun. I've already been to DC 3 times. So
Yeah.
This wouldn't be fun if we were just doing the regular things, but there's a little we've got connections, so you can say my
Okay.
To
family's
what?
corrupt.
Oh, you can say his family's corrupt. Lloyd wants to know what you have special access to.
Well, there's a surprise on Thursday that I don't know what that is, but Trump's supposed to give a speech to the State of the Union.
You want to go to that?
With your family on vacation?
That's how you watching C-SPAN in person?
Are you looking more forward to DC or Tampa?
Oh well, Tampa.
Shout out.
All right, thank you, Chrissy.
That's because of the company.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, you know the vibe.
Okay,
All right, Chrissy.
thank you.
All right.
Fly safe.
Later, guys.
Later. C-SPAN in person is hilarious.
It sounds awful.
It does sound like Washington D.C. It's cool to like go, but like
No, it's not.
no, it is. It's interesting. I like seeing new but like, well, I know why you don't like because it's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like a family vacation specifically to go to Washington D.C. is interesting.
And do well, what? Like, there's no.
Well, he's got an uncle
If you've
that
already
does
been
like the
3
the campaign
Okay,
stuff,
but that's not fun.
and so they've got. I'm sure they'll go to I don't know.
That's
I've never been to
Jokes.
DC. It's not on my list.
no.
If I went to DC, I would go watch a Wizards basketball game.
what I
Because
would-
that's what would intrigue a Commanders football
Go see
game.
Dylan Cruz.
Yeah. That
Like
was literally the only thing I could think of was sports.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I don't really. Dylan Cruz would be the only thing I'd want to see.
Jane
there.
Daniels.
Jane
Yeah.
Daniels.
It's not something I need to see again.
Yeah.
Like my dad got up to the Abraham Lincoln thing and he was like, "This is where they filmed Planet of the Apes," and I was like,
That's what
fucking
he said.
idiot, dude. You're a moron.
That's sick though.
Like that is fucking
Planet of the
hilarious.
Apes is a great
but,
movie.
but it's just like I don't need to see Capitol Hill a second
No.
time. I've seen the White House. I stood out in front. I don't need to see it again.
Don't ever need to see it once. Like I just
No, you should see it. It is cool to see the first
No,
time.
I mean we did it in school as like a vacation, but it was just so we were all like 14 years old. We just wanted to get a hand job on the butt. Like that was the first time you could like.
Well, I was in an all boys school, so
yeah,
that wasn't
I was not.
okay.
But that was like the whole point of going to DC was that big rigmarole of like, oh, you're gonna let your kids go to DC with whatever the chaperones were, the teachers. Like the teachers are going just to get fucked up too, and so we're just trying to get kind of fucked up and sneak some like peppermint schnapps in a Listerine bottle, and then see if we can go kiss in the closet. Like didn't learn one thing except how to like skirt the rules on whatever it's called.
Everything?
Nighttime.
Yeah.
Lights out.
yeah.
Alexandria sounds like a wild place.
It was.
It is.
I mean, we didn't even have vapes then. It was just real cigarettes.
What'd you? Yeah, I was about to say, what'd you have?
Cigarettes so you take a shower.
Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, you run the shower.
Nice. There you go. Glad you made it here,
Uh-huh.
LC. But
Girl brought a blanket on the bus, slut. What are you doing under there?
it's going.
Me.
Nice.
Little Pee Wee Herman action.
That's right.
Oh gosh, hot dogs in the movie theater.
In the hallway.
But we read it before we went to break. Ole Miss could take 2 LSU football transfers to court over unpaid buyouts, says athletic director Keith Carter. Ole Miss football has been waiting on buyout payments from LSU football players Prince Will Uman-Mielen and Devin Harper for approximately 6 months, according to Ole Miss AD Keith Carter. In an interview with the Clarion Ledger that covered a variety of topics, Carter said July 10th that going to court is one of the avenues Ole Miss is considering to make sure the buyouts are paid. That would be an option, going and asking a court to get that money for you. Contracts are with the players. LSU could pay that on behalf of the players, so we're kind of exploring all of that right now. So,
See, I talked about LSU. People think that LSU was crying poor by getting the 40th wealthiest donors. This is absolutely
crying poor.
Like you could spend this one much easier.
this is NC State. It's the same thing. Like it is.
and
it
they
is-
saw NC State do it.
Right. Wah, wah, wah. You hurt my feelings. Make me feel better. Like, oh, I scraped my knee. You owe me a Band-Aid. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, ow, you pushed me. Give me a Band-Aid
You
now.
shot me. I didn't shoot you.
No, I didn't.
You shot yourself.
Yeah, you just made this happen. And so Both of those players signed revenue-sharing contracts to stay at Ole Miss before reversing course and entering the portal. Uman Mielen entered on January 15th, 9 days after he announced he would be returning to LSU. Uman Mielen and Harper's buyout payments totaled just shy of $1 million. Carter declined to share the exact dollar amount Ole Miss is expecting for each player. I don't really want to comment on that. It was significant. They were good players. So, look, Ole Miss is obviously pushing for some sort of positivity to make the fan base feel good about something right now. It's once again just not able to get over the LSU situation. I understand in a holistic standpoint what transpired where players signed contracts with one school and then enter the portal to go to another one. Is that right? Probably not. Right, the Damon Williams stuff came up the other day where Jed Fish is talking about schools offering him double his contract or whatever to go play there. That is the sport. That's the way things have gone. Do you think Duke would like to have Darian Mintz as their quarterback? Yeah. Pretty sure he announced he was going back to Duke, right? Mm-hmm. He's at Miami. Right. Welcome to college athletics, Ole Miss. I'm glad you could join us. Right? While Ole Miss is under fire for the tampering with Farrelly and the whole thing with Clemson, they've got the time to sue LSU, or not sue LSU, sue two of the players. And now, look, LSU can pay for them if they would like to, but we're suing Prince Will and Devin for our money back. That's a good look. What was y'all's reaction when this came out, besides the crying of brokenness?
I just don't understand I don't understand any of this. I'm trying to put myself in their position, but every time, same thing with like the North Carolina State thing, every time this seems to go away, they seem to bring it back up. And you could have done this very much not in public, and it would have been less embarrassing, but I don't know why. What was the interview for? Did the Clarion Ledger want to interview Keith Carter, or did Keith Carter want to get his interview out to the Clarion Ledger about, we can still go get – it's – the total isn't even $1 million. Keith Carter, you make $1.5 million a year.
Right.
Like
y'all are fine.
And it's not about money.
No.
And it's just, so what is it about? Like
it's to appease the fan base.
That's the exact same thing that North Carolina State did. It's like, oh look, we could do this.
Yeah.
It's nobody. Suffice to say, does anybody care?
No.
Like even Ole Miss, are they like, this is kind of stupid, right?
You've got to feel that way.
They had to look at the North Carolina State thing. At least we're not that. Like, well, here you are.
Now you are.
Or there's much.
Well, they're not even suing LSU though. They're suing the players.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that I think people will try to make a big deal out of it. Of like, nobody wanted to do this because in his interview, Keith Carter said it is a bit of a faux pas because it feels like we're suing, children. Okay, you are, but also you're well within your right to do so.
Right.
It's your money, and if you want it recouped, you can go get it back. But trying to parlay this into, or we could get it from LSU. It's like, you could, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't have to involve LSU at all. You should probably talk to Prince Will, and who was the other player, the offensive lineman?
Devin Harper.
Devin Harper. And, like, you need to pay our restitutions or, like, get a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then they can talk to LSU, be like, hey, this is what they want, and then LSU can play it. Like the 40 people that are going to be there can probably write a check. But outside of just getting your 6 figures back, I don't know if Keith Carter has a good handle on this job.
No, I mean, just even like reading these quotes, right, when he's talking about this, that would be an option, going and asking a court to get that money for you, Carter said. Contracts are with the players. LSU could pay that on behalf of the players, so we're kind of exploring all of that right now. Carter declined to share the exact dollar amount Ole Miss is expecting for each player. I don't really want to comment on that, Carter said. It was significant. They were good players.
Thanks.
Like everything that's being said carries no weight. Nothing he's saying means anything in this, right? It's all structured in the way of, we could sue those guys. We could try to get LSU to pay on their behalf.
I don't feel threatened.
It's a pretty substantial amount of money. They were pretty good.
No, it's not.
Like, let's move on.
Does he know, or is he finding out that
he's not cut out for that job?
All of his success is tied to
Lane Kiffin.
Yes. And I don't know if he wants to get, maybe he's taking the bullets for Bianco, who just cut a kid that had cancer and was committed to Ole Miss baseball for 4 years. And then the day before signing day, they're like, actually, you don't have a scholarship. We thought you were going to die. So you can go play ball.
I didn't laugh at what you said. I was laughing at your face.
And go play
Looked
ball
me
at
right in
Iowa.
the
I laughed
eyes.
at what he said.
He looked at me right in the eyes. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, that's what they did.
No, I don't think
so
Keith
maybe
Carter's
that's-
cut out for this
No.
game. Like it was very apparent in the Lane Kiffin situation that he's not cut out for this. He completely mismanaged the entirety of that. And the only reason there is a smidge of positivity, and credit to Ole Miss, credit to Pete Golding, there's a smidge of positivity around that program is because of those 2 games in the college football playoff.
Oh.
If they don't, and look, really, because of the 1 game in the college football playoff, they're going to beat Clemson. I mean, Tulane,
You can
regardless
said
of who's
anybody.
coaching.
Yeah.
I could have went and coached that game. No offense to Tulane, Ole Miss was going to win that game regardless.
They were good.
Credit to them for getting that win over Georgia, because if they don't, there's no positivity around that program. Like that. Am I wrong? Like, I don't think there's any positivity around what's going on because they mismanaged it from top to bottom. You push your legendary coach out, the one that brought you back to being a relevant program. You push him out because he's got to make a decision because you need to be able to start your coaching search, right? You're being left, but then you just promote the DC. So that doesn't make any sense. We need to get you out of here so we can start our coaching search where we promote the defensive coordinator who's already here.
A bad defensive coordinator.
Who's a Mississippi guy and was going to be here regardless, right? There was no threat.
Louisiana guy
You know?
from Hammond.
AM Crunchwrap guy.
There you go.
Have one.
For you, sir. So you got to get a better stance than that. You got to pump that thing.
And now after losing the offseason where Lane Kiffin goes and dominates the offseason, you're crying wolf. But I don't think these words carry any weight. He's not saying anything. I don't really want to comment on that. It was significant. They were good players. That would be an option, going and asking a court to get that money for you. Cool. Because this is the thing. This is where LSU gets to sit back. Same thing as the NC State situation. LSU gets to sit back and point and laugh. It's funny because this is kind of exactly what I told the guys last night, the Clemson fans. They asked me. They said, you probably know a little bit better being at LSU in the rivalry with Ole Miss. What's the best way for us to insult Ole Miss fans or like get at them? I was like, you don't have to do anything. Yeah. They put it on a silver platter for you. I said, if you want to insult Ole Miss fans, give them a microphone, and they'll handle it. Keith Carter is a great example. LSU gets to sit back, kick their feet up, and just look at Ole Miss like, little guy, what are you doing?
Oh,
I thought you were supposed to be a big dog like us. That's what you told me. You told me you were one of us, and this is not that.
we don't
This
eat
ain't
on
big dog
paper plates around here.
Like, if you're going to piss like a puppy,
It's on the porch.
let the big dogs eat.
Because now he has to bring this in. I mean, is Keith Carter going to go to SEC Media Days? Is that how that works? Like, do you bring your...
I don't think the AD is good.
No, I don't think so.
It'll just be Pete Golding out there fighting for himself?
Pete, Trinidad, Keywan,
No doubt.
and
And they're all... What do you think they're going to talk about?
Will Eccles, Lane Kiffin. Like that's the thing. Like
You
they're
think LSU's
just
gonna talk
going.
about not that?
This is why I told the Clemson guys that last night. How do you insult an Ole Miss fan? You just give them a microphone or open the Twitter app for them. They'll do it by themselves, from top to bottom. This is the athletic director making a fool of himself. Like, does this make you like? Does this make LSU look bad at all?
No.
Like and if that's what they're trying to do, it is an epic and total failure. This does not shine LSU in a negative light whatsoever. And if that's what they were trying to do, you screwed up because it makes you look bad. You look soft. You look like little brother. You look broke. it looks like you aren't cut out to play this game. And I think at this point, they might just not be. They just might not be cut out to play this game, to be this level of. And look, I think they're going to have a good season. I think it might be one of the last good seasons they have, because luckily they were able to ride some momentum and win that game against Georgia, and they turned that in to be able to hold on to that roster. Because had they not, it would be a whole different team, a whole different outlook, a whole different vibe. And that'll start when this team's gone. They're not cut out to play this game.
That's my thing. You're absolutely right. Like, it's just shy of $1 million. Look, I mean, the conversation we had with Charles the other day, like, $500,000 not getting you a player. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean much. And as much as we say, like, oh, they're crying poor, Ole Miss is not poor.
No.
Are they on the same level as like an LSU or a Texas? No, absolutely not.
They got $1 million, though.
Yeah, they've got $1 million. I can tell you that right now. And this whole situation is the genesis of why Ole Miss is going to falter and eventually fail as a football program the next couple of years. They won't move on. They will not stop worrying about LSU and Lane Kiffin. They will not go and live their own life like you got broken up with. It is what it is. The rest of your life doesn't need to be dedicated to making your ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend's life hell. Go in the gym. Go get fit. Find a new woman. Like, do something else. This is why they're going to fail as a program. They're in such a, like, good spot, honestly, for a team that got their head coach poached by a rival team. They're not in a bad spot as a football program, and they're going to ruin all of it within 2 to 3 years because they won't focus on themselves and do the right thing and the best thing for the program of Ole Miss. This is a team that was in the semifinals last year, and they're worried about LSU. I understand LSU's the bigger brand and the bigger program, and that's going to continue to happen, but go and focus on yourself. This means nothing. You're just trying to make Lane Kiffin and LSU look bad, and you're just making yourself look like petulant little children.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me.
No, it's a bad look. It just doesn't. It makes Ole Miss look like they're not cut out to be that level of team. Just like I felt similar about Texas Tech and the way they responded about the Sorsby situation and just the way they handled it. It was like you got to have this perspective of we are that level of team. Like, we are bigger than just one player, but instead they push and they push and they push to try to keep Sorsby, because if Sorsby leaves, we're not going to be anything. And you make yourself look bad because you've never been there before, right? And now, with Ole Miss, they don't know how to act. They're not cut out to be this level of program because they're not that level of program. VA Cajun, Ole Miss is sending a message to all their players not to transfer. However, if you are looking to go to Ole Miss, this may backfire on them in the future. Look, maybe they're trying to send that message to not transfer, but that, to me, that does a whole lot more damage than it does good. You can try to take that stance in the new age of college athletics of you'll end up being Clemson. If you're going to tell kids what they can and can't do, they're not going to go to your school. Fonz, okay, since we're talking about Ole Miss, I have a question for everyone. Ask it, Fonzie. Ask us about the program that I just don't think is cut to be at this to play this game. They're just not built for it. And look, I wish you were. It'd be more fun. The rivalry would be a real rivalry if they were cut out to play this game, but they're just not. They're not on this level. The reason why the LSU-Alabama thing was so cool was because they're always battling for the same players in recruiting. They're always going after the same 5 stars. They're having dogfights even when one team is that much better than the other, right? I mean, like countless times the games were closer than they should be. Fonz, why does everyone say it's going to be tougher for Kiffin and LSU this season with a new coach and new players, giving Ole Miss a pass and saying they're going to win a lot because of their players, but not considering a new coach who's never been a head coach and an OC when Kiffin has proved everywhere everywhere he's gone, he can coach with a bunch of new players. Look, I do think it's interesting that it's all held against Lane Kiffin that he's got a team with all new players, but he's done it before, right? And I think that national narrative, I do think, should die down at some point because last year's team that he took to be 11-1 was an all-new roster. He was able to get them to mesh well and become a unit and a squad that went 11-1. And look, Ole Miss, as of right now, has the best quarterback and the best running back in the country based off what they did last year. Nobody that played a part, I wouldn't say nobody because Joe Judge stayed, right? Nobody that called a play for Trinidad Chambliss and Kejuan Lacey is in Oxford. They're all in Baton Rouge. And the fact that there's not even a whisper of them taking a step back, I think is wild. Because we talked about it last week. We threw up that list of the top 10 quarterbacks in the SEC with Trinidad at number 2. Or number 1.
1.
He was 1. And I get it. He should be. But he also is the most volatile because the guys that called plays for him when he became the number 1 quarterback are not there. They're here. They're ours. And so I do think it's interesting. But that's part of what I'm saying is if they don't win that game against Georgia, that there's no momentum around Ole Miss. There's no positivity around Ole Miss. They are so lucky that they won that game. And credit to them. Charlie Weiss called a great game. Credit to that Ole Miss offense. Charlie Weiss had one heck of a game plan. He's not in Oxford. And look, Trinidad played a great game. That was one of the best performances of a quarterback I've witnessed. He was balling. It's a whole new offense. It's a whole new team. And so I do think it's interesting that the national media perspective is that way, but I didn't expect anything else. Lane Kiffin's the bad guy. You got to understand that. He will always be the bad guy. And it all comes down to September 19th. Like that's when you'll see. That's when they'll accept that maybe, just maybe, Lane Kiffin was important to Oxford and Ole Miss.
They don't get that one. You can put the start and end date on that program.
We'll nail in the coffin.
Yeah. But if they do, we will never hear the end of it in Baton Rouge.
No, that's for sure. Their whole season relies on September 19th.
And that literally.
Their whole being.
You could poll every Ole Miss fan in Mississippi and ask, college football playoff or beat LSU?
Beat LSU.
Yep.
They would lose the next 400 Egg Bowls to win on September 19th.
Mm-hmm.
And Egg Bowl.
Egg Bowl.
Egg Bowl's big deal.
Dad's got beat job. Egg Bowl.
They would lose the next 400 to win that game. Like, genuinely, that is how important it is. That's why if what I anticipate to happen happens, and LSU walks in there and walks out with a W.
That said, what is...
Not built for it.
What's going to be the game that you watch the closest outside of LSU Clemson? It's going to be the Ole Miss game.
Oh, week one? Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because of they are connected to Lane Kiffin because of him and the magnitude of who he is. The spotlight still shines on them. And I think this one of the second most talked about games will be the first look at Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss.
The new era.
In the new era after Kiffin.
Mm-hmm. They play.
Except for Ole Miss fans, they don't care about game one. They're thinking about game 3.
Oh, I think that they care about game 1. I think they're just as eager to see what it looks like without Lane Kiffin as everybody is. I mean, because you don't have. There's no way that you're confident in what. Like you would get a new offensive coordinator. Your head coach was an offensive guy that left. Now your head coach is a defensive coordinator, elevated to head coach. That who's calling the defense? Is it still going to be Pete Golding?
I believe so.
Did he hire a DC?
He hired a DC.
Yeah, but he's okay. So it's like, is he going to take his hands off of that and just coach the football team?
Can he coach a football team?
And what is it going to look like?
Right.
And I think that's why it's going to, like, they have all of these questions too.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think they're definitely watching week 1 to be like, if it goes poorly, it's going to be a whole lot of, oh no.
Yeah,
like,
but
just
at the same time,
well, then they'll be on to LSU.
they can wipe their hands clean. They can lose the rest of the year.
But I'm saying if
they're going to watch it closely.
That'll be it could be a come to Jesus, because I think it'll probably play out where it'll be closer than they think.
Isn't it Sunday?
It is a Sunday game.
It's standalone the next day.
I'm happy about that.
And they'll there's going to be moments in that where they're probably very frustrated watching, and they're going to get bailed out by Q1 Lacey and Trinidad Chambliss.
Probably.
That's what won them.
Because they are that good.
Yes.
They are. But they're not calling. They don't call the plays.
Right.
Like they don't run the system. Like we've seen good players not play good because
you didn't put them in
the spot
position
to do it. Right. And so I'm sure we'll probably watch party that game since it's standalone Sunday night the day after
with an IV in.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that wants to sponsor that IV, please reach out.
Well, it's great with a needle.
But
they are going to be very interested in that game. It's just funny, they're interested in that game to figure out what they're going to say to LSU fans.
Yeah.
Because Louisville is a good program right now.
Their excuses.
Jeff Brom's done a good job. Lincoln Keenholz is the quarterback. Like they got Isaac Brown to stay, the running back. They pulled him out the portal. Like, so Louisville is a solid team, neutral site. It's going to be a big game. If they go in and like beat Louisville and look great by 30, they're going to go on Twitter. Oh, Lane Kiffin didn't do anything. It was Pete Golding the whole time. If they look bad, they're just going to blame Lane Kiffin and be like, well, he destroyed our program. It's his fault. Like that's the whole reason they're interested in it. It has nothing to do with Louisville.
No,
it has everything to do with LSU, and it doesn't even have anything to do with Ole Miss.
Yeah, no,
that's the sad part.
It's not. They're not worried about themselves, and that's when you get caught up and you get bit in the rear. Is when you're not thinking about you. They're so obsessed with LSU. It's almost sad. I wish I could feel bad, but I don't. I just don't. And that's why I told those guys last night, if you want to offend an Ole Miss fan, you want to insult an Ole Miss fan, let them talk.
That Louisville game is not a walk in the park.
No. Louisville's like
they're
Louisville
good.
Went into Miami and beat Miami
Jeff
last year.
Brom's name has been one of the ones that's come up when every job opens up.
Absolutely.
Jeff Brom's name comes up, and he's still Louisville. What you got?
From our friends over at FanDuel, Louisville catching 6.5.
Coach, hammer it.
Just because. But I don't think that Ole Miss is 6.5 points, but you don't know anything at this point. But I would
6.5.
plus 188 on the money line, over under, or total, as some say, 55.5.
See, I think Ole Miss covers. I do think, but like it wouldn't shock me if Louisville won.
I think
football.
Trinidad Chambliss and
money line
Q1 Lacey
play.
cover.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like Louisville's a good team. Like it's going to be a very interesting game.
I mean, LSU's plus minus 11.5, minus 490 on the money line against Clemson, with the over under at 50.5.
Now I'll also ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
do you want Ole Miss to win or lose that game?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters either.
But I guess
I hope they lose.
I guess I'll say win.
Because I'm just saying, I'm asking for the fervor of LSU.
I want them to ride high going into that game. Like, I want them to be in a good place, to be in that mindset of
we don't have to buckle down.
I want them to genuinely believe
that they're going to win.
That they are better and going to win. I don't want it to be like this fake, like artificial belief of no, we will win. I want it to be like real. I want their hurt and their pain to be real
because
if
you're trying to say anything to an LSU fan on week 3, it's like you lost to Louisville.
Yeah, I want it to be real.
Right. It's like, oh shit, I don't know what's gonna happen if you go beat Louisville 42-10.
Right.
And then we can have a conversation.
I want there to be like this feeling because game day is going to be there.
You want that heart in your hand.
It should be I want it on 100.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the funny thing. Ole Miss would go, no, I want LSU to lose to Clemson week 1.
I want Ole Miss to lose. I would like them to lose because then that means they're not that good.
Right.
And then that means LSU has a better chance
but
to
I
go
know
in
they're
and
not.
win.
You know?
I don't think they're not going to be good. Like, I think they are going to be solid.
Yeah, solid.
I think they'll be worse than last year, obviously, but like I don't think they're going to be a bad team.
I think they're going to be worse than LSU.
Yeah, I would agree with that, of course. The schedules are a little different, but I think they're going to be worse. But I want them to lose. I want them to lose. Yeah. I think it would be an awesome kind of come to Jesus moment to see all their fans on social media.
Oh, yeah.
It would be better for them to be 2-0 and to have that come to Jesus moment after losing to LSU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. While we're in Oxford.
But I just want to make sure we do everything that we are able to win that game, and I feel like if they lose that game, that helps LSU.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. It'll be fun. I like it. There hasn't been a excitement level around a football season like this in a minute, man. Like this college football season is going to be.
Oh, last year.
The excitement wasn't this high, though. For LSU, expectations were high. I don't think excitement was high.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, I think you expected them to win games. Like, you expected that roster to be good. But I don't think Brian Kelly instilled excitement in the fan base. You know what I mean? I think you could attest to that more than anybody. You had expectations they were going to win.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be good.
But you weren't excited to watch a Brian Kelly coach football team.
Deep down in the recesses of my soul, it's like, I'm glad that this happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take one to get this. But
right.
I always want LSU to win, but I didn't like winning with him.
Yeah, because now there are expectations, but there's also
I threw him over the
fired
moon.
up. Like, cannot get there fast enough. Like, just the feeling of it at media days next week, I think, is
not
going
even
to dominate us.
This is not going to sound true, but it is. It's not only just this year. That's the excitement of it all. It's like it's new.
Yeah.
But what it could be is what I'm the more
The
excited
machine,
about.
right.
Like, I'd like to see this thing built out properly.
Is the monster awake?
Right. It'd be like, look up in 3 years. It'd be like, okay, maybe you've been to the college football playoff twice, no national championship, but like you can see it. Mm-hmm. Like maybe you played for one. I'm not going to say and Lane Kiffin should have an natty, but in 3 years, but that is the standard
Right.
that has been set before him. Everything has changed in college football. Is just a petri dish of disaster. Like
Right.
I don't know what new germ or new thing is going to pop up to be like, no, you don't do it like that anymore. But LSU should be in a good spot if everything holds true that he builds this thing into what would be in 5 years you might have 2 national championships. And he would be the first coach to ever do that. And then if he leaves after that, at least you had those 5 years.
Well, and you put it in a position to where...
Well, yeah, that seemed to be not as foolproof as one may have thought.
You think so?
LSU has been in a good spot before and hired Buffoon and still won.
Still won. That's what I'm saying. Still got another natty out of it. Played for another one.
But yeah, interesting to see
It
what
is.
the next, I guess, because perfect world, I don't know how long Blake Baker stays. I don't know if it's like we had a blast doing this together. I want to continue to be the DC at LSU, or if this is a 1 year stopgap, and if they win and win
No, I think it'll be...
a considerable amount, like is the college
Yeah.
football playoff enough to be like, all right, I'm out of here? Or is it like I want to win a national championship before I go,
Yeah.
and then you have to restart? And I don't know who you hire after Blake Baker. I don't know if he's already on staff. I don't know any of those things.
Yeah.
But right as it's currently constructed, which is unfortunate in one way, it's like this is probably one of your best chances you'll have to win a national championship in the Lane Kiffin era
Was year
because
one.
of everybody around you.
Yeah.
And then after that, what comes with success is other people get success too, and then they want to do it. And then so you won't have whoever you bring in to replace Blake Baker whenever that time comes won't be as good as Blake Baker is right now. And Lane Kiffin won't be he'll be a better coach and he'll be more familiar, but what you have currently constructed is probably going to be one of the better teams that you have in the Lane Kiffin era, in my mind.
Yeah.
It could become, you build this thing out and then you look up and it's Easton Royal and Pop Houston, and it's guys that you're like, oh, you did it through recruiting this time. And it's, you built then it's like remember how this thing started when you had to go
Right.
into the portal and get 20 some odd players, and
Yeah.
now you get 5. That would be cool. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, currently, it feels like this will be definitely a landmark team.
It is.
To remember this whole era.
Without a doubt. I mean, Rohan Davies, a former LSU football player, sits right there, and he views it as playoff or bust.
Because I think that without all of this song and dance that's gone all around this entire program and how this happened, I think that is patently, is that unfair? Like year one national college football playoff.
It shouldn't be, and that's my thing.
But then
it doesn't annoy me because I do agree. Like, it will be okay if they don't make the playoff. Like, it's not playoff or bust. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a complete and utter failure of a season.
Well, it will be from a national perspective. It will be very easy to spin.
Of course, right,
He
because you
just
spent
made
40
the
or
playoffs
whatever.
with Ole Miss. Why did he leave to go to LSU and he couldn't get to the playoff?
Of course. But I think for the opinions that really matter.
Yeah, that's just something you're going to have to hear.
Yeah, so prepare yourself. Like, I don't think it'll be an utter failure, but I don't think you can have anything other than playoff expectations for this team. Like, I think it's just, you shouldn't. Now, the reason why is because of Blake Baker. Like, I told them last night, they asked if Jordan Seaton was the biggest move LSU made this offseason. Like, including Leavitt, like, if going and getting, and I said no. I said the biggest move LSU made this offseason had nothing to do, or that Lane Kiffin made, like post-hiring Lane Kiffin, had nothing to do with a player. It was bringing Blake Baker back. It was retaining him, not allowing him to go to Tulane. And that's where Lloyd's exactly right. I think it depends on what jobs are open, what they get, what they accomplish. All those things will play a factor into his future. But I think he has bought into this with Lane Kiffin and understanding they can do something special. He doesn't come back for the season if he doesn't think they can absolutely capitalize on this season. Like, he doesn't come back if he doesn't think they can capitalize year one.
Oh, it's 1A, 1B, right? It's Sam Leavitt or Blake Baker.
I think it's Blake Baker.
You don't have a quarterback.
No, I know. But, like,
you can't do anything. You see what happens when you don't. Like, Blake Baker could be as good as he wants defensively. You did it last year. That was a very good defense.
It was.
You didn't have a quarterback. And you sucked.
Yeah.
It's the most important position in sports.
But there were other options.
Where?
In the portal?
Whom?
They could have went other directions and got other quarterbacks.
Whom?
I mean, there's a list of quarterbacks in the portal. I'm like, Blake Baker is the only, like, the biggest reason why there are playoff expectations on this team. You can go get Sam Leavitt, and if you don't have the continuity and rollover of that defense, there aren't playoff expectations.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. 1A, 1B. But I genuinely don't know who else. So you saw what they were doing.
Brendan
before.
Sorsby.
Right. So that's not an option. Like, as it currently stands,
right?
You would have had to play you tried to play a dirty game, and you got caught. When you
but I have more confidence in what they would have done
Clark
there.
And Husan Longstreet.
I would have had more confidence in what they did at that position with this staff and this play calling than if they don't get Blake Baker and that defense to stay where it is. Because if you have to rebuild both sides of the team,
oh, for sure,
it's a wash regardless.
Yeah,
if you get Leavitt or not.
Yeah, but then it's you don't need Leavitt. It's
right.
Like we don't have to do anything really.
Yeah.
Like,
the reason you can go get Leavitt is because you got
Blake Baker. Yeah.
So
fortunate for LSU.
Imagine
you have both.
If they were all on the same team.
Imagine.
Could you imagine that?
That'd be a good team.
Like, imagine if they kept Trades, like, if you could have Trades Green, Sam Leavitt, Jordan Seaton, a Blake Baker defense, Lane Kiffin, all on one team.
You could have 3 first-round picks all on one team together.
That'd be crazy.
I don't get it.
It would be crazy.
That team would be good.
That team would be really good.
I still don't think they know that joke happened. And certainly
no,
one of
they
them
have
doesn't.
no idea.
No clue.
No,
but we're never going to let it die.
No.
Mikey was so in, like, competitor mode, like, I'm going to outdraft you. He was like, what?
What are you talking about, Lloyd?
What do you mean?
I'm putting them on the wraparound.
Me and White are just sitting here just laughing.
Dying.
Because, like, it's like they just went
right over their head.
It was impressive.
Unbelievable. So funny.
So, look, this conversation will only continue for the next 53 days. And speaking of 53, Lloyd said it. T-Bob Abear, shout out, number 53. Legendary. White, you had a couple of 53s, LSU history.
So I had 2. I don't know if one of them counts. The first one I went with a little Zach Mettenberger 53-yard touchdown to Odile Beckham Jr.
Odile.
Back in 2012 against Towson. I was at this game.
Easton Royal's favorite player.
Easton Royal's favorite player. This was number 1. This was fun to watch this because this is the first time LSU could throw the ball in a while.
Oh, yeah. No,
2012.
When Zach Mettenberger started throwing far hash out routes, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following.
Man,
That's what I was like, this is so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, what? Let's give him the hardest throw in football.
I know,
Yeah.
but it was like, at least you could do it.
I was so jaded. Like, it almost felt mean to do to like Towson. It's like, why are you throwing the ball 50 yards down the field? Like,
Right.
let's just run
We
the
don't know
ball
how
and
to do this yet.
Like, this is mean. Like, yeah, it's fucked. But the second one I had, the 53. I don't know if this one counts.
Look at visit the new.
It does, 53 is in the number.
Oh, 425 never had a prayer. I mean,
What are we looking at?
What are we looking at?
Oh, that's just for y'all.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Little traffic cone.
Oh,
I didn't know if that was on the screen
shake
or
that
not.
bear.
There it is.
Shake that bear.
Shout out lesmiles.net. Yeah, I mean, 25 had no chance. That might be the jersey that's on the wall.
Could be.
Let it rip.
I do like the long Tom Brady sleeves from
Yep.
Mettenberger. I don't mind those.
I could smell winter.
2012 was
I
fun.
could
'cause
smell
that's-
wintergreen in the huddle.
Oh yeah, we're about to work these boys.
2012 was good because we could throw the ball and they hadn't ruined the uniforms yet with the long fucking stripes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Whoever fireable offense.
stupid. So stupid. But the second 53, I had Tyrann Mathieu scoop and score touchdown versus Oregon in 2011 on a 53-yard punt.
That works. 53 yards.
53 yards. The punt was
53
53.
yards.
The touchdown team too, and they
Absolutely dominated them.
Yeah.
It's the second best touchdown of Brad Wing's career, but the only one that stands.
It is the only
That's
one
true.
that stands.
That's true. Hurts.
Other things about the number 53. Remember Herbie? The car? Do you remember Herbie?
Do you mean Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, the little buggy.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
Volkswagen.
Yeah,
buggy.
wait. Why did that? Why
Herbie
do I
was
know
number
who Herbie
53.
is? Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
could he
fuck
talk?
Yeah, Herbie.
You don't remember? I was funny.
John Hancock.
I do kind of remember
it's Herbie Hancock.
Oh, it was.
Herbie
it
was number
Lindsay
53.
Lohan. Yeah, Herbie, fully loaded.
Yeah, she was.
Nice.
She
I
was
forgot
on
about
drugs.
Herbie. That's crazy. When did you just think of that, or you even had that in the chamber?
I had that in the chamber.
Hell yeah.
The love bug, Herbie.
Shout out Herbie. 53, baby.
Punch buggy, don't punch back.
I
Punch
do
buggy, no
remember
punch
Herbie.
back.
Man, I wonder if they were going to do like a big return of Herb until she fucked it all up. Like, I wonder if this is like a big contract.
They might still run it back.
Well, I didn't know there were so many. Herbie goes bananas. Herbie rides again. Herbie the love bug.
Herbie was awesome, man.
Herbie goes to Monte Carlo. She could have been printing money. Instead, she threw it all down the toilet. Probably literally.
Probably literally.
In drugs form.
There you go.
See,
Shout out Herbie, number 53.
I liked the Lindsay Lohan movie. What's the one? This was a girl movie, so you can,
the freaking
The
twin
Parent
sisters.
Trap?
yeah, that was
I knew
a
you-
great movie, dude.
When
and
you
the
started
parents
going down,
get
this
back
one's a girl
together.
movie.
That's a good movie.
It is a good
Where they
movie.
swap, and one of them's British for some reason, and one of them's American. This is a good movie.
Great food fight. Mac and cheese looks phenomenal. in that
Yeah,
film.
exactly. That's what I remember about it.
Me too.
It's a great film.
It always made me want some Kraft mac and cheese.
Somebody, I think my mom was watching it the other day. I was like, hell yeah, this is a good movie. I haven't seen this movie in forever.
I forgot about that movie.
Like The Parent Trap. I thought it
It
was
popped
called-
up on TikTok the other day. You know, how TikTok will post like the movie clips.
I love those. Those are my favorite.
I've watched so many movies.
Yeah, I don't watch movies. I just watch the clips. So people will be like, "You remember that movie?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a
I
good
saw that
movie."
clip.
I saw that clip. Yeah, hell yeah. The one where Hugh Jackman's the magician. That's the one I see all the time. Where the two birds. That's his like trick.
I haven't seen that
Where he
one.
kills the bird or whatever, and it's the other bird. I don't know. I've seen that. I
haven't
forget what
seen
it's
that
called.
No, I haven't seen
What's
that
it
one.
called? Hugh Jackman
Huge jacked man.
magician.
Jacked man.
Oh, The Prestige.
Never seen that.
That's what it is.
Oh,
Christian Bale's
Don't
in
ruin
it.
it.
I kind of just did.
Oh, did you say the ending?
I don't know. Maybe.
He's only seen the bird.
I haven't
scene.
seen the ending, so I don't know what the ending is.
Great movie.
Let's go 13 for 13. Let's close this thing out on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Appreciate all of you starting your morning with us here at Tingle & Co. live from Southern Regional Medical Center. Always brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. Make sure you go download the app. Who do you have, Spain or France today? Wyatt Vaughn?
I've got France. Like Spain could definitely win, but I just think France is tough, man. Like you got Ousmane Dembele is probably going to win the Ballon d'Or, which is basically like the soccer equivalent of the Heisman, and he's maybe their third best player. Like, Mbappe's so fucking good. Olise is so fucking good.
Yeah, Boppy.
And Lamine Yamal, he's played well in the World Cup. He's been a little bit underwhelming, I guess. There's been high expectations on him, but
Lamine Yamal?
France is Lamine Yamal, yeah. France is just tough, man. Like, I hope it's France and England is the final that I would like. And then I would like for England to win because that would be fun. I don't want Argentina to win, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, I got my movies confused. This is the other twin movie. The Olsen twins have a mac and cheese food fight, not The Parent Trap.
I was wondering where that was from.
Why would remember that mac and cheese?
I was going to say, yeah.
That's okay.
It's not.
Another twin movie.
Both with drug
problems.
problems.
What was the Olsen twin movie called?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just got the scene. Because this mac and cheese does look good. And so I'll show it to Wyatt because I don't think he's seen it.
And he'd be excited about it.
I am excited about it.
Look at that. Delicious.
Mac and cheese right on the dome.
Heck yeah.
There's an Olsen twin.
And he's supposed to be like the stepdad or something. So instead of getting mad, he starts a little food fight. So I'm one of the girls. Y'all should love me. With fat Kirstie Alley.
Who?
Kirstie Alley?
Who's that?
She was an actress.
Actress?
Got fat. Pre-Ozempic. Would have saved her career.
Think so?
Probably. Said she died of gout.
What is gout? I thought gout was the thing you put in your like shower.
It is. People eat it.
No.
No, gout is the king's disease. It's from
I
eating.
thought that was like the gun where you like gout
Caulk.
stuff. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's not gout.
If you clean out gout, but caulk.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
caulk.
There is a gout connection there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But gout is the king's disease.
What is gout?
It's when your feet swell up from eating and drinking, eating too much red meat and drinking too much red wine.
Oh, I have that. Sometimes my feet get itchy.
That's it.
Yeah, and they get all red. It's weird.
Yeah, and then you have to wear those little socks. You should probably fly with those.
Fly with what?
The socks.
I'll fly with some random socks.
No, like the
We can get him a random
prosthetics.
Yeah, the prosthetic socks.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
We need to get you a random shirt.
I've got my circumcision survivor shirt.
Well, you can't wear one that you pick.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
We've got to pick a wild shirt for you.
That's fine. It can't make me like liable for like a crime.
No, yeah.
But like, yeah, you can.
I want one that, you know.
Oh, Tar Heels, Blue Devils, Demon Deacons. Shit.
Tar Heels, Blue Devils, Demon Deacons.
It's all North Carolina schools.
The Golden
Oh,
Flashes.
no, it could be Yellow Jackets and it's ACC teams. That's not it? Well, what the fuck is this? Okay, never mind.
I think we're
ACL,
going to
meniscus,
something.
hamstring,
Achilles.
Gout.
Yeah, we can go shirt shopping. You guys can pick out a shirt for me.
We should all do it in secret, though. Everybody buy one for somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I like that.
Was that the mic?
Yeah, did y'all hear that? That was crazy.
It echoed.
I thought that was a bicycle downstairs.
No.
It's funny what your brain hears.
You think you would have heard of it?
That's what listen, brother. You don't think I was as confused as anybody in this room right now?
Is that a bike downstairs?
You know, without the... Yeah. It did sound exactly like that.
I think it's awesome you thought you could hear it.
I actually thought it was in there. I was like, I wonder what that's doing over there.
Pages, Burns, Marsh, Rice.
Are those England players? What is that?
Sam's.
No, not even close.
Oh, Ben Rice.
See,
Ben Burns.
Let's see.
Gotham, Red Bulls, and Scarlet Knights are all like references to New York. But I don't know where. I don't know what the last one is. Demon. Demond Williams. golden. And it was all yellow.
Tar Heels. Blue Devils.
But what? No. Let's go. Tar, Demon, Yellow, Golden.
Oh yeah, that is probably it.
First
Well, you
words.
can't put fucking Blue Devils in
That's
there.
the
That's
trick.
But it's not
stupid.
Blue Devils.
Yeah, it is
says-
Blue Devils.
It would say blue if
That's
it was Blue
fucking
Devils.
stupid.
Got
That's
him.
why we're a team.
That's why we do this together.
Because Wyatt would have quit.
I wouldn't have quit. I would have gotten it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
No, you wouldn't have.
Take out my shirt. All right, quit talking shit.
That's going to be your shirt?
You can, yeah. There's plenty of like really funny like shirts that like Sheen has.
Well, officially announced the official attendee list for 2026 SEC Media Days.
Broken by Tingle and Co.
Right now, live here, right now, LSU will be bringing, which there may or may not have been told to you guys if you were listening maybe like 2 weeks ago. LSU, in addition to Lane Kiffin, will have TJ Daugherty, Trey Des Green, and Whit Weeks. And also nailed the Ole Miss one. Trinidad Chambliss, Will Eccles, and Kejuan Lacey.
Yeah, that's
Got that one as well.
God,
Who else?
they're so funny. Like,
Trying to see if there's any other
most predictable program in the world.
any other schools that were interested in who they're bringing.
Yeah, give me all of them.
Okay, we'll start at the top then. But don't forget, LSU, Trey Des, Daugherty, Whit Weeks. Those are three. Alabama's bringing Xavier Brown,
Yep.
Ryan Coleman-Williams, and Bray Hubbard. So 2 DBs and a wide receiver.
Say when you don't know a player. Do you know all of those people?
Yeah.
I don't know any of those people.
You know
I
Ryan
know
Williams.
where all of them are from.
Oh,
Ryan
Mr.
Coleman-Williams now.
Oh, see, that's what threw me. He paints his fingernails?
Yep.
Yeah.
Arkansas is
Engaged.
bringing Caden Kittler,
Whoa.
Quincy Rhodes Jr., and Sutton Smith, offensive lineman, defensive end, and a running back. Auburn's bringing Champ Anthony, Byram Brown,
I know who that is.
and Alex McPherson, the kicker.
The kicker. That's crazy.
Florida is bringing Jaden Ball,
yeah.
Miles Graham, and Vernell Brown III. I
Who's
know all
Jaden
three
Ball?
of those guys. That's their running
Running
back.
back.
Yeah, he's good.
There's talk he would go to Texas.
Yep. Georgia is bringing Drew Bobo, Gunnar Stockton,
Nepotism.
and Raylan Wilson.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Ty Bryant,
Who's driving for Georgia?
hopefully
Gunner.
Kirby.
Oh, well.
Ty Bryant, Kenny Minchie, and Willie Rodriguez. Of course, LSU, TJ Daugherty, linebacker,
Wyatt.
Trey Des Green, tight end, and Whit Weeks, linebacker. Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss, Will Eccles, and Kejuan Lacey. Mississippi State, Anthony Evans III, Kelly Jones, and Camario Taylor. Missouri is bringing Caden Green, Jamal Roberts, and Nicholas Rodriguez. Oklahoma, John Mateer, Eddie Pierre Lewis, and Taylor Ween. South
It's not
Carolina.
Halloween, it's Taylor Ween. I'm your
South
worst
Carolina's bringing
nightmare.
Nicholas Harbor,
That's the name, Taylor.
Lenoris Sellers, and Peyton Williams.
Interesting. No
Tennessee,
Dylan Stewart.
no Dylan Stewart. Deshaun Bishop, Arion Carter, Jeremiah Telander.
T-Lander.
Texas is bringing Trevor
Gooseby.
Gooseby. Wow, nice name. Arch Manning
Oh, wow.
and Colin Simmons. Texas A&M bringing Damian Sanford, Marcus Ratcliffe, and Marcel Reed. Vanderbilt is bringing Cedric Alexander. Don't know that name. Issa Uatara and Junior Sherrill. Those are the all three attendees for each school for 2026 SEC Media Days.
Interesting.
Woof! Is that Jon Stewart's hair? Maybe not.
Oh, I liked it.
You do like that? Mm-hmm. Whose face is that, though? Who's that woman?
Oh, that's Winona Ryder.
No, it's not.
That is not
Winona Ryder.
He was in Stranger Things.
It's not Winona.
That's not Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder is in Stranger Things.
That's who it is.
It's not.
That is not Winona
Are you
Ryder.
tweeting right now the
No, I
analyses?
couldn't find it on Twitter. Can you send it to me?
Yeah.
Wyatt, as a woman, Charles will let you marry his daughter if you can't do manly things.
What?
like caulk a shower.
I can caulk a shower. I just thought it was called gouting a shower.
You mean grout?
Grout.
Dad's embarrassed. Bet you can't change a tire.
Can Christian fix his phone?
ACL, Achilles, meniscus, hamstring, Seth Darter. What are you talking about?
Seth Darter.
In the chat.
Oh, he was getting the
The connection?
connection. Shout out.
He knows he's probably had surgery on all of them.
Oh, they posted on Instagram too. LSU did. God, we could have broke this 2 weeks ago. We did, actually.
Kinda did.
We did, on
Technically,
accident.
It was announced on the show 2 weeks ago.
We would have gotten in trouble.
Yep.
But
That's
it
why
was
we didn't do
announced. So you can't say we didn't give you everything that you wanted.
Check the timestamps.
We
Sigourney Weaver?
We should post it with just the date over it when we put it out. Nice.
He
All
just
right,
took a
well,
picture- he just took a picture of his no-no
See,
square.
Sigourney Weaver.
Is that who? That's not who you
Who
said.
did I say?
Winona Ryder.
Who's that?
Sigourney Weaver is the lady. She's an Avatar. She's the big blue bitch.
That's all of them.
No, but she's like the big one.
Is
Like,
she an alien?
The most important one.
Is she an alien?
What do you mean, is she an alien?
Is she in the movie Alien?
Like, what? I don't know. Like the movie, well, I can't say that. Like the one, I was going to say like the movie with the alien, but like,
Yeah.
but like,
That's-
like Alien versus Predator Alien?
Yeah,
I never watched that movie.
I think she's in that.
Well,
They had to digitally remove her pubic hair in one scene because she wouldn't shave, and she was like, "This is what a woman looks like," and they're like, "Not for the movie," so they took it out. Bet y'all didn't know that.
I still don't want to know it. Like,
So that could be Sigourney Weaver. I just don't know.
stop saying Sojourney. It's Sigourney.
No, it's not.
It's fucking Sojourney Weaver.
Y'all are wrong.
How do you say it?
Sigourney.
It's
Sigourney. That's what I fucking said.
It's Sigourney.
Sigourney.
You're so what?
Hey.
A little pubic hair talk.
I'm trying to fucking post right now.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go ahead and put in
Sojourney.
How's he gonna spell
Sigourney.
this?
Sigourney.
What did I say?
Sojourney.
It said it's Sojourney Weaver.
I have an image in my head of what I think this Sojourney looks like.
Yeah, it's surgery.
Oh, I should have just copy and pasted that so I didn't have to type again. I'm so fucking stupid.
Sometimes. And who was it? What'd you like? John.
Stewart? I don't think there's an H.
Yeah, Sojourney Weaver, just as the pundit said. Oh, a 2012 first-round pick out of Notre Dame. This Cardinals wide receiver had his lone 1,000-yard season in
Just
2013.
Michael Floyd.
Never forget Miso Journey.
Yeah.
That's what White said.
No, it's not. He said Journey. I said Gorney.
Okay, Miso Gorney.
Miso Gorney.
Moan into the mic.
No, I was gonna do something else. I was gonna
I hope so.
Yeah, I was gonna do an accent.
Oh. Which one?
No, don't worry about it.
Better
Chris
than-
Middleton is currently on what Texas-based team? It's got to be the Mavericks.
Go to our resident basketball
Yeah, he was
fan,
probably
Lloyd.
in the AD trade because he was on the Wizards.
Nice. Soccer. In front of their home crowd, this country got beaten 7-1 by
Oh,
Germany
you guys should know this.
in the 2014 World Cup semifinals and 3-0 to Netherlands in the third place game.
This was a big deal. Like, you guys
Brazil.
should know this. What?
Spain.
What'd you say the first time?
Brazil.
It is Brazil.
Okay, yeah, not that big of a deal.
It
Actually.
was.
Oh, this is when they had Ronaldinho.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
You don't remember Ronaldinho, do
I
you?
remember Ronaldinho. That wasn't Ronaldinho. They
Oh.
lost 7-1 because Neymar got injured the match
Kyrie
before.
Irving of soccer.
Neymar is the Kyrie Irving of soccer. I saw people were arguing it's James Harden. It's not. It is. He's the Kyrie Irving of soccer.
I thought Ronaldinho was the Kyrie Irving.
See?
No. Neymar is the Kyrie Irving because had a great young start to his career, paired up with one of the legends of the game,
Right.
LeBron and Messi.
Yep.
Had an unbelievable 2015-16 season. In 2015, Barcelona, they won the treble. In 2016, the Cavs won the finals. And then after that,
Went on his own.
they kind of went out on his own, didn't want to be under the shadow of the generational legend anymore. Kind of, I wouldn't say failed, but like didn't like succeed either.
He's
Was
not a-
hated by the fan base that they went to at a certain point.
Because he wouldn't play.
Not necessarily because they wouldn't. Well, yeah, they both got injured. They both were injury prone, and then they both formed like massive big threes. Kyrie went with like KD and James Harden in Brooklyn. What's up, Pat McAfee?
What's up, Pat?
And then Neymar had him, Mbappe, and Messi at PSG.
Yep.
And now they're just kind of
Done.
dwindling away. They both lost in like the championship at a certain point after their prime. PSG lost in the Champions League final in 2020. Kyrie to Bayern Munich. Kyrie lost in the finals with the Mavericks,
Two.
the Celtics.
Yeah.
So that is the
Published in
Kyrie
1974 and later having multiple TV and film adaptations, Carrie was a debut novel from what author?
No idea. Literally.
Stephen King?
Irving. Is this a Stephen King? Old Stevie. I need to get a haircut.
Me too. Stephen King.
Scheduled mine for Thursday.
Love that.
When we booked the Tampa trip, I scheduled my haircut.
I thought about that.
Who
I
you
might
trying
get
to
my
look
hair
good for
cut
in Tampa?
every
Whenever we run into
all the bad bitches that we gonna see.
Yeah.
This brand of ginger ale was introduced in 1982 and was acquired by Coca-Cola in 2002. Schweppes.
Canada Dry.
Tampa Wet.
LC.
LC. Oh, I get to see old Budman today.
You too. No doctor operations in here this morning.
Well, you never know.
Is this Schweppes or is it Canada Dry?
Which one's the more popular one?
Canada Dry.
I love me some Canada Dry.
Oh,
After playing Omar on the Wire, Michael K. Williams played 1920s Atlantic City gangster Albert Chalky White on this HBO drama from 2010 to 2014. Deadwood?
I haven't seen this HBO drama. But I trust you, LC.
Oh. Seems like the same time frame.
Yeah.
One of the top 5 grossing films domestically in 1998 was this sports comedy that featured Lawrence Taylor, Captain Thanos General Musty, and the Bourbon Bowl, and Bobby Boucher, the Water Boy.
the water boy.
Be like Tiger Woods and his daddy.
You got all them teeth, but ain't no toothbrush.
Wrong again. Looks like Mom was wrong.
Oh man, when Vicky Valancourt shows her tits in that movie, that's a big moment for every Louisiana kid growing up. I feel like.
What's up, Pat McAfee?
What's up, Pat McAfee?
Oh, here you go, Wyatt.
Oh, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Isn't it? It's just "Don't Cha" by the Pussycat Dolls.
Don't.
It's "Don't," and then I think it's CHA.
Don't ya.
What double dip shall we dip into?
Let's try Schweppes.
I do miss her as a rarity.
It is.
Oh, 3 miss her.
Whoa.
I'm looking for shirts right now for the airport, and one of these descriptions is fabric material good, fit true to size,
Fits your
smell
colon.
no smell.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay,
Dang it.
no smell on this shirt. We got to pick another one.
Oh, no. Go back.
Yeah. Get a shirt with some smell on it.
How do I look at the answers? Seagram's. Gin. That's gin.
What is
Boardwalk Empire. That's kind of what I was thinking, too. Damn it. Rick?
Let's see.
Because I remember that being on television when I was a wee lad going to high school, then to college, 2010.
Oh, here's some good shirts.
I got a good one.
I'm gonna get mine at Goodwill. Because y'all shorts are going to come in no time at all.
The problem is
I got Amazon Prime, son.
What?
Oh, see, they have to be on.
John Pork is calling.
See, I don't even want to type this into my search bar.
What is it? I'll Google it.
No, it's got to be a surprise.
That's true. I don't want to.
That's the whole point. Do they have this on Amazon? Oh, you guys
These are freaking
fucked.
awesome.
Oh, they don't have like the design though. The design makes it.
I know where I'm going to get mine.
Oh yeah, let's get. I want a women's shirt. Women's plus.
These are sick.
This is like Secret Santa.
Oh.
These are funny.
See, I don't know what y'all think is funny.
If you think it's funny, we will also probably think it's funny.
But I don't know if I want to go like obscure funny or like just something that is insane.
You want to go like it's embarrassing is the point. Like you want them to be embarrassed.
Good luck embarrassing me.
Right.
Right, but like
you can't like make it too small on purpose.
That I had that thought.
Yeah, because then you can't wear it.
Yeah.
I definitely had that thought.
I know we all thought
like, I'm gonna get like a medium.
We all
like
wanted to give Wyatt a small.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying.
I couldn't make one shirt out of all three of them. All that fabric.
Could you imagine if he just put it over his head? And they're like, what would they do at the airport? I would love to punish the airport people just as much.
Yeah. We appreciate all of you hanging out with us here on this Tuesday morning. We will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. A week from today, we'll be at SEC Media Days with Trey Green, Whit Weeks, and TJ Daughtery in Tampa, Florida. We'll see you tomorrow.
Amen.
8 a.m.
We will never do that poorly again.
Ever.
Ever, of anything, of any sort, of any kind, on any day. Maybe tomorrow, though.